Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to show you a secret trick that HVAC technicians use to take out and clean a flame sensor that is really hard to get to. When cleaning a flame sensor, the job can usually be put into one of three categories. A Category 1 flame sensor is really easy to reach and is very accessible. All you need is a screwdriver or a nut driver and you can get it right out. In my opinion, all furnaces should be designed like this, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Category 2 is when it's hard to take out, but you could still do it if you have one of these bit holder extensions that are flexible. You can reach behind the intake pipes and the burner box and get hard to reach flame sensors out. And as usual, the screw falls way back there. Hopefully you can fish it out. This one was a little bit hard to reach, but with the flexible bit holder, I was able to get it out pretty easily. But then again, I have years of experience. I remember the first times I had to do this. On furnaces like this, it took me like 10 minutes to get the flame sensor out, and then another 20 minutes to get it back in. It was really frustrating. By the way, if you don't have one of these, I would highly recommend adding this to your tool bag because sometimes they can really save the day. I'll put Amazon links to a few of these in the video description. And then there's Category 3. That's when the flame sensor is really challenging to take out and it's downright ridiculous to try to put it back in. And that's where the trick that I want to show you comes in. Unfortunately, this trick took me a while to figure out, so I was doing this the hard way for years. The secret I want to show you that will help you avoid prolonged flame sensor battles is this guy right over here. This black piece is called an air duct, and on most furnaces, it actually comes out fairly easily. Let me take this thing out on this furnace and you're going to see exactly why I'm saying this. On most furnaces, it's just going to be 2 or 3 screws. So one screw is right here. This is the one that holds the intake pipe in place. Usually the intake pipes are not glued. If you take this one screw out, you should be able to pull the intake pipe out and push it a little bit away from this black assembly. And the other 2 screws are these 2 guys right over here. Once you have the screws out, you might be able to pull the air duct right down. If you're pulling on it pretty hard and it's not budging, then you might also have to take the cover off of the burner box before you continue. The reason you sometimes have to take the cover off as well is because of this bottom lip. This bottom lip also holds this assembly in place, even after you have the screws out. So after I take the cover off, this should come down fairly easily. Yep, just like that. Look at that, it just pops right out. And there should be no more screws after that. Once the front is off, you can wiggle this assembly off of that back bracket as well. And it should come right down, just like that. So now it's completely off, and you can kind of slide it back and forth. So you can either slide it left or right, depending on your furnace setup. And just a heads up, on some furnaces, even after you do this, this thing just does not come out. You don't have enough space. But many times you can do this and it's pretty easy and it's a lot faster than taking the flame sensor out the hard way. So in my case, I can just slide this to the side and swivel it right out and let it hang off right over here. And now look at this. Look how gloriously easy it is to access the flame sensor once that air duct is gone. You have complete access, plenty of room, so much easier than having to battle this thing for 20 minutes trying to get behind everything with a flexible bit. And you can actually see where the screw hole is, which makes putting the screw back in a walk in the park. Isn't this awesome? Look at how much room I have to work here. I can fit my whole hand back here, no problem. If you ever had a hard-fought battle with the flame sensor, you're going to understand exactly why I'm so excited about this. Putting this thing back together is as easy as it was to take it apart. Well guys, I hope you found this video helpful and you will never again struggle with the flame sensor. If you have any questions or comments about what you saw, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, I have 2 dad jokes for you today. Number 1, why shouldn't you trust trees? Because they seem pretty shady. And number 2, what is an astronaut's favorite part on a computer? Well, of course, it's the spacebar.